Hey everybody, welcome to another review. So tonight is my continuation on Comodo Cleaning Essentials. This is going to be part 2, and the reason I waited so long is because they were having some troubles getting DAX up and running. You know, it's still beta, so we might find some problems tonight, we might not. We'll see what happens. First thing though, I want to say that a new version of Comodo Internet Security has been released, version 5.3. And I'm not going to do a review on that only because the changes are significant but not significant enough in my opinion to do a review yet. I'll do a review on the next version down the line, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that's going to be included in this version. So we have full IP version 6 supported in the firewall now. There's a new rootkit scanner. There's 5 new skins. You get the new AV database has been reduced in size from 120 something megabytes to about 78, so that's real good. The AV engine has some new bug fixes and things like that done to it. Cloud scanning in manual scanner is now turned on. The installer now enables or disables Windows Firewall and Windows Defender during the install and uninstall, so that's good. It fixed some. A lot of issues have been fixed. So AV does not validate. There was a problem with signed binaries, and blue screen of death has been fixed. Different fixes. There really wasn't a need for a beta in this version because the Comodo staff and the moderators spent a lot of time in working out the bugs, and it really gave you guys a really stable release. So there's some questions here, if you have different questions. This version doesn't have DAX yet. That's still being developed. That'll come along sooner or later. And they have the different downloads. You can download the free version. If you have a paid version, you can do that. And if you have, the complete version and all that, personally, I would just wait till the updates get pushed out to you, which will happen in about a week or so. So you don't have to recreate all your rules and all that stuff. Just wait and you'll get the updates automatically. Okay, so seeing as we have that covered, and in the first part I covered how Comodo Cleaning Essentials works, I downloaded some malware today and I scanned these. I know that none of these are detected by Comodo, the current signatures right now that Comodo has. So we have some malware here, and let's just run it and see what happens. We'll start out with the small pieces of malware. I got the phone ringing in the background here, so it looks like Windows is automatically being shut down, so I'm going to have to forced it to shut down, probably to install some driver, some rootkit, who knows what. So let me pause the video while the VM shuts down, and then I'm going to restart, or I'm going to wait for it to restart, and I'll be right back. Okay, so Windows is restarting now. We got some kind of security shield installed here. And I've encountered this piece of malware before. It's this thing running in the background here where it won't let me do anything. So let's see, I might have to force it to restart. I'm going to restart this in safe mode because it probably has something to do with the driver. It disables the virtual machine driver. I'm sure it doesn't act this way in a real machine. So see if I can get this to work in safe mode. So let me pause while this starts up in safe mode, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back here. I got safe mode started up here, and kill switch now won't work, mainly because there's nothing in memory. But I mean, it will work, but there's nothing for it to scan in memory. At least I don't think there is. But what I will do, everything should be safe. Yep, you can see everything that in memory right now is safe. So whatever that piece of malware is, it's not running in safe mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip up the rest of this malware so it doesn't get detected. I think I ran these two. We'll delete them so it doesn't get detected, and then I'll do a scan. And I'm going to put this in here. Okay, so everything's all set up already in the options, and if I wanted to do a full scan, it'll force me to restart and it'll get stuck again with that malware. So I'm going to do a custom scan right now. And if I select these, I think, yep, okay, so do a scan right now without scanning the memory because there's nothing in memory right now. So I'm going to pause the video, and it's going to take a little bit because the scan is very thorough, and I'll be back with the results. Alright guys, I'm back. Yeah, the scan didn't take too long, but I stopped and ate some dinner. So let's see what I found. It says I found 8 things. It found some hidden stuff here. Some hidden drivers. So we'll quarantine these. Oh, okay, I forgot. It's a registry key. So delete those. So now it's gonna restart the system, and it'll verify if those are taken care of. So I'm gonna pause, and I'll be back when it's done restarting. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had problems getting rid of that weird box in the background written in Russian, and it was messing with the virtual machine where I couldn't use the mouse. You saw that. So in safe mode, what I did, still waiting for it to start, I opened up msconfig, and I found the file. It had created its own little startup entry, and I had to disable it because I couldn't click on anything. You can see it right there, just so I can continue with the test. So now I'm just going to extract these last ones that I was working with, and we'll run these, and hopefully nothing will log me off then. Okay, whatever that is. Looks like it's downloading something. And that one looks like a fake AV opening up there. Okay, so now we're gonna open up Comodo Cleaning Essentials. And the first thing I'm gonna do, excuse me, is I'm going to use kill switch. There it is. To kill everything that is running in memory. So if we go to view, we'll hide the safe objects, and so far the only thing running in memory is this file, which is that fake antivirus. We can see right now the results coming in from the different vendors. So as you can see, basic, it is unknown. Comodo and Sim malware analysis is still analyzing it. So we just all we have to do is wait for that result, and it'll give us the final result on the front page here. But we know F-Secure and Kaspersky detects it as a piece of malware. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, there's different ways. You can use a terminator, which just kills the file, but I don't want it to start up again when I restart the computer. So I'm going to delete that process. And I'm going to wait for it to restart, because first I want to get it ready to do a full system scan. So during the restart, it's gonna delete that file, so it can't start up when the computer restarts, and then it's gonna start doing a full system scan. The full system scan is gonna consist of rootkits, hidden objects, and all that fun stuff. So while that's being done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video, but first I'm gonna just show you what happens after you use the delete function. The problem that I have is, and I think the Comodo developers are gonna see my video. The problem that I have is, yeah, I can use kill switch to terminate the process, but then when I do a full system scan, it wants me to restart, and then it restarts, and those processes automatically kick in again. What it needs is something like a block and do not start again, or something that'll kill the processes, so when I restart the computer, they don't just open up again while I do that full system scan. So there's a little bit of incompatibility, in my opinion, between kill switch and Comodo cleaning essentials. Kill switch is great at getting rid of all the things that are running in memory, and we'll look at it right now. But if you don't delete those from coming up, you're kind of stuck. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up kill switch, and I'm going to make sure that the memory is clear. Oh, and by the way, they finally upgraded my my YouTube account, so I should be able to do more than 15 minutes now. I know that they weren't too happy about me. You can see everything is safe. Not participating like they really wanted me to in the partnership program, and then they kind of did some weird stuff, took away my unlimited and all that stuff, but now they gave it back to me, which is nice of them. Apparently I have enough viewers or followers or whatnot, so that's okay. So while this is running, you can see there's nothing there, so I'm just going to leave the scanner here. I'm just going to let it do its thing and scan. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'll be back whenever this is done. Alright guys, I'm back. Full scan on this system with basically nothing installed. Took about 29 minutes, and it found 7 things. Let's see. Found files on the desktop. I think that's all it found. Let's see here. Found the files in the zip folder. Okay, let's see what these are. Those are just some pictures. So now it's going to ask me to restart. So I'm going to restart, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so I'm back, and it finished scanning here. The one thing that I forgot to point you guys to, as of right now, if you open up Comodo Cleaning Essentials, what you'll see is I forgot to mention this earlier. Let's look at it here. During the full scan here, let's go to the options. And I forgot to mention this to you guys. DAX right now, and I'm sure this might change in the future, but as of right now, it is only used to scan active processes in memory. And the same thing with Comodo instant malware analysis. They aren't. It's not being used to scan files. So when I do a full scan, it's not used to scan the files. It's only used to scan whatever is running in memory. So when I did that full clean, the only things that were found were things that were identified by Comodo as malicious, the malicious files. Okay, so just wanted to explain that to you guys. So as of yet, DAX and the results it gives you and all that isn't being used to do a real-time scan. It's only being used to scan whatever is in memory. Basically the same thing that kill switch does. And if you have nothing running in memory, then DAX and Comodo instant malware analysis won't find anything when you're doing a full-time scan. Okay, so it says we have nothing in memory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my testing kit, bring it in, Malwarebytes, Hitman Pro, you know those, and I will be back with the results from Malwarebytes. So I'll see you soon. Alright guys, I'm back. So let's see. It says it found, Malwarebytes says it found one thing here. So it looks like it found, what did it find? Okay, it just found the link here that was left over right there from the security shield. So I don't really consider that a bad thing. It's just something. It's not a piece of malware that you can do anything, because if you just open it, you can delete it and there you go, it's gone. So now I'm gonna do a scan with, let's say, super anti-spyware. This is the portable version. So I'm gonna do a scan and I will be back with the results when this is done. Okay, so super anti-spyware finished and it didn't find anything. So last but not least, let me run Hitman Pro, and I'll also run Gmer just to see if it sees anything weird and out of the ordinary. Any hidden rootkits or anything that might have been missed. And that's completely empty. And I'll be back when Hitman Pro is done scanning. Okay, so it looks like it found that one file that I was talking about from before that was giving me problems. Seems that Malwarebytes didn't find it either. But I want to try an experiment here because I have it turned off right now. I want to open up, let's close this out first. I want to open up Kill Switch. And I found that file. It's sitting, let's wait for Kill Switch to open up. It's sitting right there. Okay, so there's Kill Switch opened up. And let's see what happens when this opens up. You can see how it acts. You can see my cursor disappear. And you can actually, if you look, I can't point to it, but if you look under the white part, you can see it analyzing that file. See, and there's no way. Oh. See, if we open up Task Manager, so if we look right here, we can see it analyzing that file, and you can see it found it. But because the way this piece of malware is acting, it found that file through Icarus or the MCsoft engine, but because the way this file is acting, I can't do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit this file to Comodo to see how they can work around this problem. I don't know if this is a VM problem or if it'll happen on a live computer, but I'll give it to them and have them take a look at it, so maybe they can improve kill switch, so I can actually get access to kill switch and terminate that file. So that being said, you guys saw Comodo Cleaning Essentials works pretty well, other than this one file that it missed, and it seems to be a fairly unique example of what it's doing, and it caught it, but they'll have to figure out how to get around it. I'll give it to them and they'll go from there. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll review it again when the final version comes out, as I like to do. There's a beta version and a final version. So that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to everybody later. Take care and have a good night.